Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Ringing Lamb, and today I have my bookshelf tour. I know this has been anticipated. I know I was supposed to post it last month, but I found it better posting it now because I didn't finish Scarlet for this week. And yes, I'm going to show you the bookshelf, but before I say that, I have a few books because they're in my book haul that aren't on the shelf because I have not made room for them yet. But this will give me an opportunity to do this next year because obviously my bookshelf is going to change by the time next year hits around. But I'm very happy with my bookshelf, and I have to say, my first bookshelf I'm showing you is definitely my new favorite bookshelf, and I really wish it was where the other one was, just because I love how it's organized and structured, but I still love like my other bookshelf, how it's designed, but my first one is my favorite. Also as well, this might be in two parts, part 1 and part 2. I might just split them up and upload, but they'll be up on the same day. And yes, without further ado, here's my bookshelf tour 2014. An overview of my bookshelf. This is the one that you usually don't see in videos because I sit in front of the other bookshelf. And I'm going to try not to shake the camera too much. I'm going to try to keep my hand steady, but I can't make any promises, so I'm very sorry if my hand shakes too much. So it's 5 shelves. So we're going to go back to the beginning, and I've kind of organized the shelf differently than the other shelf. This is more strategic organizing. So we're going to start on this shelf first, and this shelf is very strategic. The first part is classics and books I've read for school. So you have Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, Generals Die in Bed by Charles Yale Harrison, Samuel Beckett's Endgame and Act Without Words, Oscar Wilde, The Importance of Being Earnest in Other Plays, The Homecoming by Harold Pinter, Flowers of Evil and Other Works by Baudelaire, How Proust Can Change Your Life by Alain de Botton, July's People by Nadine Gordimer, and then we have The Little Chinese Seamstress by Balzac, The Oxford Shakespeare, Othello, obviously by Shakespeare, E.M. Forster, Room of a View, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Northanger Abbey and Other Works by Jane Austen, as well as Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Then we have Agatha Christie, The Mousetrap and Other Plays, Wuthering Heights by Charlotte Bronte, I think, I'm not 100% sure, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Aubuchon by Joy Kogawa, Tom Sawyer and the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, Animal Farm by George Orwell, 1984 by George Orwell, Blackjack by Leon Garfield, Icy Sparks by Gwyn Hyman Rubik. And Blackjack and Icy Sparks, I don't know if they're considered classics, I just put them here because they just looked good there. And then I have Clewick by Emily Carr and Dr. Doolittle's Zoo by Hugh Lofting. Then move over to the side. This is called in my blockbusters side. And we have Jaws by Peter Benchley, Jaws 2 by Hank Searles. And then I have Jurassic Park and the Lost World by Michael Crichton. And then also by Michael Crichton, I have Airframe. Then we go to kind of the historical side. And we have Cleopatra's Daughter by Michel Moran. Philippa Gregory's The White Queen and the Red Queen. And this is some of my childhood books. Some of them I got from like the thrift shop and stuff like that, but these are books I read as a child. The BFG by Roald Dahl, George's Marvelous Medicine by Roald Dahl, and The Twits by Roald Dahl. I've read a lot of Roald Dahl's books, but those are the ones I can find. And The Mysterious Benedict Society by Trenton Lee Stewart, and Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. And I had a book right here, but I moved it because I have not hauled it yet, but it looks really nice there. Now we're going to move on, but this is like an overview. So now this is the second shelf. So we're going to go back to the beginning. So on the little shelf part, I have like a little jewelry box thing. I don't have my necklace in there. It's on the other bookshelf. I just have that because it's such a hassle. And then here is where my headphones came from because my headphones broke. I've on the side Dashing Lily's Book of Dares by David Leviathan and Rachel Cohn. And then I have the Luke series, which includes the Lukes, Rumors, Envy, and Splendor, all by Anna Godberson. And Envy, I lost the dust jacket of it when my sister left my room. I had it, I think, on top of the bookshelf, and it got swept up with stuff. Then I have Remembering Me by Christopher Pike, Shopping Seduction, Mr. Selfridge by Lindy Woodhead, Stories from Candyland by Candy Spelling, and then I have 4 books by Tori Spelling, Storytelling, Mommywood, Uncharted Territory, and Spelling It Like It Is. Then I have Melissa Explains It All by Melissa Joan Hart, Jim Henson, The Biography by Brian J. Jones, and then I have a bunch of my Sabrina, Saved by the Bell, and 90210 books, starting with Zack Strikes Back. I'm not going to say the authors because some of them have more than one author, so I'm just going to go for the titles. Then I have Beverly Hills 90210 Fantasies. I have 2 of those because my cousin bought one of them for me and then she forgot and bought another copy of the same one for me. So 2 of those. And then I have Beverly Hills 90210 Which Way to the Beach, Beverly Hills 90210 'Tis the Season, and Beverly Hills 90210 Two Hearts. And that's my favorite TV show, so I've always been trying to collect those ones. And then I have The Stars of Beverly Hills 90210, Their Lives and Loves. Then I have Sabrina the Teenage Witch, number 1, number 2, Showdown at the Mall, 3, Good Switch, Bad Switch, 6, Been There, Done That, 7, All You Need Is a Love Spell, 8, Salem on Trial, 9, A Dog's Life, 10, Lots of Luck, 14, Spying Eyes, 15, Harvest Moon, 16, Now You See Her, Now You Don't, 11, why is 11 over there? 11's mixed up. Just ignore that. Prisoners of Cabin 13, 12, All That Glitters, 13, Go Fetch. So those ones are going to be moved right to here. I'll do that later though. While the Cat's Away, which is number 25, Up and Away, which is number 28, and 31, which is Mummy Dearest. And then I have 2 Salem Tales right here, which is Salem Goes to Rome and Cat TV. And I think the Salem Goes to Rome is a special edition because it doesn't have a number, but the first one is Cat TV in that series. And then up here I have Sabrina Down Under, Milady's Dragon, which is number 38, 32 Reality Check, 23 Bridal Bedlam, 20 Age of Aquarius, 19 Shamrock Shenanigans, 18 Owls at Manhattan, and 17 8 Spells a Week. I did those in the wrong order. Going up, it was started from the bottom. But I've been collecting these books. I've been mostly finding them at thrift shops and stuff like that because you can find them and they're cheaper than buying them online. And I haven't started reading those ones because I want to collect the whole series and then read them all because they're really short. They'll breeze through them. So that is the second shelf. I'll just do a quick overview for you guys to see again. Then we're moving on to the third shelf. And this is the third shelf. It's quite colorful. So we'll start over here. So I have The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, The Second Summer of the Sisterhood, Girls in Pants, Forever in Blue, and Sisterhood Everlasting, all by Amber Shares and part of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. And then I have Room by Emma Donoghue, and under it, it starts from the bottom, Confessions of a Shopaholic, Shopaholic Takes Manhattan, Shopaholic Ties the Knot, Shopaholic and Sister, and Shopaholic and Baby. And then the 6th book, Mini Shopaholic, and those are all by Sophie Kinsella. And I also have other books by Sophie Kinsella. I have, starting from here, Remember Me, The Undomestic Goddess, 20s Girl, Can You Keep a Secret, and I've Got Your Number. So that's all by Sophie Kinsella. Then we move on to the Georgia Nicholson, Confessions of Georgia Nicholson series. I'm missing my second book. I cannot find. I need to repurchase that someday. I don't know where it went, honestly. I've checked my whole room. But starting with number 1, Angus Fong's and Full Frontal Snogging, Knocked Out by My Nunga Nungas, Dancing in My Nudie Pants, Away Laughing on a Fast Camel, Then He Ate My Boy in Trancers, Startled by His Furry Shorts, Love is a Many Trousered Thing, Stop in the Name of Pants, and Are These My Basumas I See Before Me? And then I have My Sister's Keeper and Between the Lines. Both of them are by Jodi Picoult, but Between the Lines is co-authored with Samantha Van Leer. So that is my third shelf. The fourth one's when it gets kind of confusing because there's books stacked in front and up there. It's pretty crowded on this shelf. So we'll start with the stuff in front. So I have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, Juliet Immortal by Stacey J, Such a Rush by Jennifer Eccles, Before I Die by Jenny Downham, Spies and Prejudice by, I forget her first name, Talia Vance, Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page, Truly Madly Deadly by Hannah Jane, Delirium by Lauren Oliver, You Against Me by Jenny Downham. Then I have Ruby Red and Sapphire Blue, both by Kirsten Gear, and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And then we're going to go behind. So here I have the It Girl series and up here. And these are all by Cecilia von Zygasar. So we have the first one starting from right here, going across The It Girl, Notorious, Reckless, Unforgettable, Lucky, Tempted, Infamous, and then it goes from here, Adored, Devious, and Classic. And that's the whole series. And then I have the Gossip Girl series, also by Cecilia von Zygasar. And it starts from right here. And we have Gossip Girl, I forget the title. You know you want it. All I Want Is You, Because I Can, I think. Sorry if I get these titles wrong. I Like It Like That. You're the One I Want. Would I Lie to You? Nothing Can Keep Us Apart. Then I have 8, Nobody Does It Like You, Only in Your Dreams, and Don't You Forget It. Sorry if I get the titles mixed up. And then I have It Had to Be You. Or, yeah, It Had to Be You. And I have a Gossip Girl no, that's not the prequel. Gossip Girl, I Will Always Remember You. Sorry, guys, if I got those titles mixed up. I just can't see them with all these books here. And then I have 2 from the Gossip Girl of Carlisle series, which I'm trying to collect, but it's very hard to find them. I have the first book, Gossip Girl of Carlisle's, and then I have You Just Can't Get Enough. And I just keep them stacked up there because I don't have the other books. Then moving on to next on the shelf, I have The Princess Diaries. I'm starting to recollect this series. I read it when I was younger, and I absolutely love it. And this is the first, this is a bind-up of the first 3 books. And I own the other 2 books that are in the bind-up. I don't own the first one, which is The Princess Diaries. Then I have Princess in the Spotlight, Princess in Love, Princess in Love, Princess in Waiting, and Forever Princess. And then I have Sweet 16 Princess, and those are all by Meg Cabot and part of the same series. And then another book I have by Meg Cabot is Victoria and the Viscount. Then I have Marley and Me. Then I have a few Nicholas Sparks books. I'm actually going to take these ones out so we can see. And I have The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, Dear John, and A Walk to Remember. And those are all standalones. And then I have The Devil Wears Prada duology. The Devil Wears Prada and Revenge Wears Prada, all by Lauren Weisberger. And that is my 4th shelf. This is my 5th shelf, and it's all double stacked. So I'm going to take all these books out from in front, but we'll start going through these ones. So I have Mouse and Abby, The Missing Diamond by Joanna Bicknell and Nick Page. Yep, Nick Page. The Art of Toy Story 3. David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Flipped by, I do not know who's that by, Wendelin Van Drenen. And then I have the Uglies series, the first 3 books, and then a bonus book by Scott Westerfield, and it's Uglies, Pretties, Special, and Bogus to Bubbly. And then I have Losers in Space by John Barnes, The Girl with the Steel Corset by Katie Cross, Pride's Castle by Yerby, Bridget Jones' Diary by Helen Fielding, A Beautiful Evil, and I think that's by, I forget her name, Kelly Keaton. And then I have the Millennial series, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest, all by Stag Larsson. And that's a trilogy. And then I have another trilogy, which is the Top 8 trilogy, and it's Top 8, What's Your Status, and Unfriended. And this is all by, I think, Katie Finn. Yep, Katie Finn. Then I have Sweet 16 by Kate Brine, which is a standalone. Then I have 2 books of the Kiss by the Angel series. I have Kiss by an Angel and Evercross, and those are both by Elizabeth Chandler. And then I have 2 in the Poser series. I'm not sure how long the series is. I read it quite a long time ago, but the first one's Poser, and the second one's Poser, The Good, the Fab, and the Ugly, and those are both by Rachel Maud. And then I have The Chosen One by Carol Lynn Williams, and that is Carol Lynch Williams, sorry. And then it's Star of Adara by Lindsay Wretch. So this is my 5th shelf with nothing over top of it. So that's what's behind that layer that you just saw. So we'll start off with The Book of Negroes by Lawrence Hill, Downton Abbey, the complete script, series 1 by Julian Fellows, Audrey Waite by Robin Benway, I'm a Genius of Unspeakable Evil and I Want to Be Your Class President, and this is by Josh Lieb, Under the Dome by Stephen King, and then I have 2 books of this trilogy, and it's by Lauren Miracle, and I have TTFN and Later Gator. Then I have The Ivy by, I do not know who it's by, Lauren Coons and Rena O'Nor. I'm sorry if I pronounce any of these authors' names right. I'm trying to go quick. So Super Stylish by Rose Wilkins. Samantha Smythe's Modern Family Journal by Lucy Cavendish. Heart to Heart by Lorraine, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Lurleen McDaniel. The Predicts by Christine Seffrit. Deb Coletti, The Fortunes of Indigo Sky. Violet on the Runway by Melissa Walker. The Mrs. Marriage Project by Pauline Fisk. Multiple Blessings by Kate Gosselin, I think John Gosselin, and Beth Carson. Zombies and Unicorns, and that's a duology. Holly Black and Lara Justine Larbalster. Sorry, I said that totally wrong. They're like the captains of the team, and then there's other authors who wrote stories because it's an anthology. Then I have the Nanny Diaries duology, starting with the Nanny Diaries and Nanny Returns by Emma McLaughlin and Nicola Kraus. The History of the World According to Facebook by Wiley Overstreet. Precious by Sapphire. And then I have the Twilight Saga, which includes Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. Eclipse and Breaking Dawn do not have dust jackets because I lost those as well. And this is all by Stephanie Myers. So this is my 5th shelf overview, and this is the one that completes this bookshelf. And we're moving on to part 2, which shows my other bookshelf. So thanks for watching.